I always say to my students that our motor skills based on our biomechanics is on a small boat floating in a very, very big sea of emotions.
Oh, 100%.
So
Yeah.
if you just
Yeah.
try to make this boat stronger and bigger, you never win. It's not possible to win the sea. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to work on keeping this big sea in calm. So the first thing are
Absolutely.
emotions. Second thing is biomechanics, and third thing, the third group of operations are motor skills operations, because it's plural. We have a lot of them. Yeah, and everything is connected. So one depends to the other. What it means at the end is these three systems, speaking about learning difficulties, are working. Speaking about motor disorders are working, and speaking about injuries are working. So what about injuries means? Especially your biomechanics are affected.
Right. Right.
Yeah. What means the motor disorder? Especially your neuromotor skills are affected. Yeah. What?
And that's with like focal dystonia and what you described, right?
Yeah. What it means,
that's
learning
what
difficulties, that your motor skills are affected because a learning situation. Okay. But in all of these situations, emotions were affected or will be affected too. So it's demonstrated that more than 80% cases of focal dystonia, more than 80%, that's a lot, okay, it started with an emotional situation. Someone was dead, someone, yeah. So we were speaking, I had very difficult year in my life. And this year I want to speak about this. This could be interesting. 4 months ago, Clark, I never told speak about this with nobody. Okay, so you are the first guy, and everybody is going to listen to me speaking about this. 4 months ago, I was playing here in this city. I'm in Campeche. It's a city that is very close to my hometown, and I felt that my fingers didn't want to move when I wanted to move it. This is a focal dystonia. I could understand, but it was because I had a very, very hard situation emotionally. And you know what? Because I understood that probably this was happening because I started to relax, and I don't give this too much mind, too much thoughts about, and the problem little by little stopped to happen. But if I didn't know this, it's very, very easy to start being affected emotionally. Not because the things that happen in my life, but also because the things that is happening in my trumpet playing. So even if it starts with an emotional problem, or if it just starts with a biomechanics problem like injuries, at the end it will affect the emotions. This is the thing. So I'm sorry I spoke too much, Clark. I don't know if you want to.
No, you gave me like Jordi. We could do like 4 podcast episodes about everything you just said. It's been so good. I've just been learning so much. Gosh, there's so many places I want to take this right now. First of all, I mean, so the kind of the premise of this show is giving people a place. I mean, you've seen it, so like, you know, kind of know how it works, but like, giving people a place to share their own stories, right? But also, I think what you hit on is really the crux of the show, and then it's really all like, music is an emotional experience. Being a musician is an emotional experience, and then to go on top of that, having something that affects our musical ability, is like it's the foundation is emotional, right? In all of those situations. And it just shows the importance of not only the physical recovery, like the ability to regain your playing, and repairing of the whatever injury or neuro motor skill impairment there was, but really working on the psychological side of recovery, right? And
Okay.
I just think that it's just showing the research is just starting to show that the importance of doing both, right? Investing in both parts of recovery. So you mentioned that that the emotions were the emotional side of it was present with every person that you've worked with. What was it like? And I know you kind of touched on this a little bit. What did you find it hard to like when you recognize that, hey, there's an emotional component to what this person needs to do to heal, or that caused the injury or the impairment? What was it like having those specific conversations with the people that you've worked with, to like encourage them to work on both parts of recovery?
This is the more difficult part of this job. Okay. I'm not prepared to do this because I'm not a psychologist. So
Right.
I work it with a psychologist in my studio or in the place where I work it. Yeah, because I cannot say that it was like a therapy. Yeah,
Sure.
in my place. That I always told my students, I'm not prepared to speak about this. I had two psychologists that were specialized on musicians, and
Oh, really?
I recommended to go with them, and I went with one of those. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Mexican, and she helped me a lot. And the other one is Spaniard, and he helping me a lot. And now I'm working with another guy. Hamid is his name. Is amazing. He's amazing. He's a guitar player.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
in this trip that I did with this topic of the injuries, learning difficulties, and motor skills and
Mm-hmm.
everything, I met some amazing people. So I decided not working alone anymore, and I started to work in teams.
Hey, thanks for tuning into this episode of Trust the Process, the official podcast of Musician Unchained, the newest coaching program dedicated to helping musicians navigate and overcome injury. But before you go, I have a few quick ways you can stay connected and support our growing community. First of all, I'd love to hear from you. Shoot me a text with the link below and share your thoughts, questions, or just say hi. You can also check the show out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We also would love to see you in our Facebook support group, Trust the Process Podcast Injured Musician Support Group. If you found value in today's episode, consider making a donation to support our mission of empowering musicians worldwide. Every contribution helps us create more content and resources for you. So visit link number 2 below to support the mission. If you decide to donate, I'll send you my newest resource, the Injured Musician Toolkit, which is an ebook designed to give you tools to help you get through your injury. Subscribe to our newsletter to get exclusive insights, tips, sneak previews of episodes, and announcements straight to your inbox. Act now and I will send you a free gift. So sign up at www.musicianunchained.com/newsletter. And if you or someone you know would like to go deeper with me in the topics of injury and mindset, head over back to musicianunchained.com and check out the Let's Hang tab. As always, I want to thank Daniel Baldwin, my audio engineer, and my sister Dana Lovell for her help with the promotional materials. There is no podcast without them. But before I go, I want to tell you how much I deeply appreciate your time and support. You are not alone on this journey. There are musicians and educators out there who need this resource, and we need to get it to them. Together, we are breaking the chain of old habits and thought patterns that don't serve us anymore, and unchaining the potential within ourselves to face each challenge with strength and resilience. So, as I always say, keep on keeping on and keep trusting the process. Until next time.